Right, so I've done a bit more on this tonight. So here, right, I've got a framework in. It all looks a bit mad, I know, at the moment. But this area here, might be better showing you from the side, where you're going to actually be using it from. So what you've got to imagine now is there's going to be a shelf in here, across here, and that's where the fridge will sit. So that'll be boarded off across there, and there'll be a little bit of an upstand here, and then that will be open to that side with a shelf on there at that level. Okay, so the shelf at this level here will have the cooker and some bits and pieces in it. Underneath there will be the water tank, and then on these 4 studs here is where the pump sits, which will then go into the tank. In this little area here, I'm thinking centre of the trailer might be a really good idea to put batteries in there, and I can have the fuse box and stuff on the board here. So I'm thinking batteries in there, and then round the back here, so where we've got the shelf for the fridge. So as you see, the tailgate, once the tailgate opens, I'm going to seal this, by the way, so it's waterproof around there. So once the tailgate opens, what I'm thinking, people, is a drawer in there. Nice drawer, pull out. All sorts of bits and pieces could go in there, couldn't it? I think. So yeah, I think it's. I hope it's starting to come together. What do you think? Leave me a comment down here. Tell me, is that a load of crap? Is it going to be ridiculous when I get it out? I'm trying to keep the weight down. So although we're using steel tube to get a bit of strength, it's only a 32mm tube, and it's not, let me show you, it's not a very thick wall. I don't know whether you can see that there. It's not a very thick wall. It's only about a 1.6mm or something like that. So, again, it's not taking a massive amount of weight on the top. It's only got the tent tool on top of there. I think there'll be plenty of strength in it. But I am trying to keep the weight as because obviously I've got to pull this behind Dora or Nora. So I don't know. Not bad for a plasterer, eh? I reckon. So anyway, I'm going to have a break for a minute now. I'm going to have a fag, I think. I'm not sure. I did have a lot of this on time warp on this camera. But you know what I'm like with this technology crap, don't you? I've just tried to play it back and it won't play back. So I don't know whether we've just lost me doing all that. Or not all of it, but bits of it. But we'll see, eh? We'll see. If we did, well, I'll do you another bit, people, of doing something else. Anyway, there it is. So what I'll do, I think, is I'll go and get all the stuff out so you can really see what I'm on about, and I'll put the tank and stuff in again and give this a bit of a clean out, to be honest, because it's looking a bit shit, isn't it? But I hope you like that anyway. Hope it's interesting for some of you. You might want to do one yourselves. So the other thing we're going to have to do here, if you look down there, see obviously the tyres stick out a bit. So I'm keeping the 35s on it, even though I'm running 37s on Dora, and I think Nora here is probably going to be running 40s. But I think I'm probably going to leave 35s on this. So we're going to make a couple of wheel arches as well there. If I've got enough tube left, we'll make them out of tube and try and make them look a bit fancy, you know. Now, some of you may be saying, look, Graham, we've got all holes in the bulkhead there, that's going to leak. Yes, I know, people. I know that they're there. Right, I haven't forgot about it, I promise you. What I'm going to do on the front of here is where I'm going to mount my gas bottle. So what I'll do is I'm going to make a spreader plate to on the back there and cover all of these holes up. And then through these 3 big holes here, or rather these 3 big holes here, which used to be where the spare wheel carrier went, I'll use that. I'll put a plate on the back with 3 bolts welded to it, which will be a really good mount then for the gas bottle. And that in turn will seal all that lot off. So there should be no water ingress. So yeah. I think we're doing all right, to be honest. I think we're getting somewhere. All a little hodgepodge, I know. But it's always going to be, isn't it, when I'm involved. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll give it a bit of a clean out. I'll get the tank and everything back in it just to make sure it all still fits in. I haven't welded a bar in somewhere that means I now can't get the tank in. Because that's not unheard of here, I'm telling you. That's not unheard of. So catch up with me again. I don't know. I'm going to have a fag and a brew. 5-10 minutes, and I'll start putting it all back in. And I'll bring you back then, eh? See if that's a bit more interesting. Take care. Okay, so what I've done, put a few bits and pieces in the trailer now to give you a bit more of an idea, because I know before it was just like a Sankey trailer with a load of metalwork in it. So this is a bit more what it looks like now, right? So there's the little boiler, that's the battery pack, fit it there. Ideal little thing. This, I bought this, oh, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. It was going to go indoors somehow, but then I couldn't find anywhere to put it, you know. But anyway, yeah, nice little thing. It comes with a shower head and stuff like that. So that's on there. The chimney is removable. So we pop that off. Lift that bolt, and the whole thing slides back in and locks inside. See what I mean? Okay. So fridge. I know it was hard to see before, but the fridge is going to sit sort of here. It'll just open up just nicely. I mean, it'll just be, you can see there, so it's going to open about there. But to be fair, the fridge lid comes off completely, you know. So I think we're going to live with the fridge there, which gives us all our controls just nicely to hand. Plug it all in, there's plenty of space around here. Keeps it up off the bottom as well, because then if any water does get in, we're not going to be on the fridge, eh? There's the water tank. Nice 125 litres. Hopefully that should last us a little while. And there's the pump. Now, you're all going to say to me, oh God, Graham, you've got over the top with that pump. It wasn't intentional, trust me. I ordered that boiler there as an output of 10 litres per minute, you know, so you still got hot water. Any more than that and it gets a bit, I believe it'll be, you know, won't be as hot. So I ordered a 10 litres per minute, but look what came. Now that particular pump there was nearly twice the price on Amazon. Thanks Amazon. Didn't charge me anymore and sent me the 17 litre. So anyway, that's going to go, as you can see, go straight in down there, and there's the fitting for the tank. So hopefully that'll go straight into there. Metal filter there for the tank, just in case we get any shite in here. Then there'll be an outlet there, then I'm going to tee it off. So one will go that way, and here, where we're going to have a shelf, remember we're going to have the cooker on this side, because that's all been covered in. And on here, I'll probably have a board that will pull out that I can use for a prep table or for a sink and have a prep table underneath. So there'll be a tap here somewhere, which will then come off that for hot water, for cold water, drinking water, whatever water. So yeah, that's there. I'm thinking batteries probably in this area here. It seems like a good area. It's in the middle of the trailer. I mean, the batteries, hopefully, I'm going to go with lithium anyway, if I can afford it, peeps. If I can afford it, we're going to go with lithium, which are not heavy anyway. But I'm thinking it's quite an accessible place to get to. Should be nicely there. There's plenty of room, and then we can run everything up and put on this board here. We could have our fuse board and all our whatever, you know, whatever we're going to do. I don't know an awful lot about electrics. That's Connor's side of things. Hopefully he'll help me out with that. So yeah, batteries in there. Then if we go around the back here, where I've made this shelf now that the fridge is going to sit on, what I want to do under there, I think, it looks like an ideal place for a drawer. So I think we're going to put a drawer in there, slide in and out. Then in here, obviously we've got our boiler. Pull up out and can. Hot water. Turn it on. Hey! In there, I mean, obviously I'll block off there so the tank is in darkness. I've got UV lights to go inside that to help kill bacteria and rubbish. So in here then it's an ideal place really to put the camp chairs, the table, that sort of stuff, you know, all the stuff that you just throw in, I don't know, windbreaks. Oh, you know what I mean, peeps, all the stuff that you take, all the shite that you take with you. So that'd be a nice space for that there. Put that back in. And then down this side here, now you can see with that in now, these lockers here won't be very deep, but they'll still be handy. So we're going to have gull wings this side as well, just so as we've got some kind of storage. And there's a nice little pocket down there, which I don't know, come in useful for something, not really sure. And then, like I said earlier, the gas bottle will sit on there, and we'll pipe it through and round to the boiler. I'm not sure whether we'll put something through this bulkhead here on a grommet or something like that. Now also, I'm going to put on, for this tank, I don't want to be lifting everything out to fill it through this lid. Though that's a vented lid there. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put like a hose pipe fitting or something on the bulkhead here, going straight into the tank and on a ball valve or something along those lines, float valve. So I can just basically plug a hose pipe onto there to fill it up. That's the idea anyway. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But what do you think, peeps? Leave me some comments down there, eh? Do you think I've made a right hash of it? Do you think it will actually work? I don't know. Seemed like a good idea at the time. But anyway, that's where we're at for now. And probably, to be honest, I think it's getting on a bit time-wise. It's Friday night now, so I think, to be honest, I'm probably going to call it a night tonight. And I might come back down. Well, I will be back down tomorrow. We'll get a bit more for you tomorrow, eh? Hopefully the time-lapse stuff that I've been doing while I've been doing bits and pieces has recorded and is okay. I'm not sure, because I tried to put the playback on it before, and well, I don't know, didn't work. But that might just be because, like, I'm old and a plasterer. I'm not young and a spreadsheet engineer, I don't know. So anyway, stick with me on this one. We'll have lots more on this build. I'll crack on. I think there's not enough here for an episode yet. So I'll bash on with a bit more tomorrow. Not sure what's next, really. Not really sure what's next. Because I've not done it before. I don't know what comes next. But I'll go home, have a cup of tea and a bifter and have a good think about it, I think. Because that's when my best ideas come out. Strange that, isn't it? Right, peeps. Stick around. There's more to come. So we need to look at now sorting out this rear tailgate. Because clearly it needs to be waterproof. Now I've looked at all sorts. I've got like neoprene strip. I've bought some of this collapsible seal, door seal, which I think is probably the best option. That's getting lying about on the floor as well. Let me just move that. Put on the bench. See, I've cleaned up, people. See, look, everywhere's nice and tidy today. Spent an hour this morning tidying up. Ryan's there on his van. Now, this is something that's going to interest a lot of you people, I'm sure. I don't want to go too much into it right now, but this boy here has been very busy. This is no normal Vivaro. Give you a little sneak in there, look. Oh, that's enough. Oh, that's enough. I can't show you too much. But he's been busy on that. And what we'll do is we'll probably do you a little walk round video of that. There's a couple of people in the comments that have asked about sleeper vans, and they've seen a couple at the unit. This thing, mate, this thing is something else. You just don't expect to see it. But anyway, let's not go about. We're supposed to be doing the camper build, aren't we? But look, it is lovely. It is lovely. So anyway, back to this trailer. I've looked at all sorts of different ways of what we're going to do with this, and I I'll be honest, I'm still not 100%. But thing we're looking at now is maybe turning this into a door. So hinging it on this side here, so the whole thing opens all the way out and around and across here. So, you know, I like to reuse and recycle, don't you, people? You know how we like to do that. So out here, that's Nora's body there. I want to put them back inside, really. What I have got, you'll know I've got a couple of series builds that we were messing about with. I've not done a lot with them, but we've got this old series 3 door. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take these hinges off, these, and see if I can't utilise those somehow to turn that into an opening tailgate. I'm not sure how it's going to work, or if it'll work, but it's got to be worth a go, peeps, isn't it? The thing is, they're a bit uneven, those hinges. See, that one sticks out a lot further than that one. What I could do with really is 2 of those. Might have to have a look, see if I've got another series door somewhere. See how I didn't realise that. I wonder if the 90's the same. So there's the 90 ones. On there, they both look the same size. Or do they? Oh no, they don't. One's smaller than the other. Well, you live and learn, don't you? You live and learn. See, that's the bigger one, obviously goes at the top. And the smaller one, it goes at the bottom. Same as that, smaller at the bottom. So anyway, let's stop going on about this. I'm going to take these off, hopefully. And get some tools together. We're going to take them off and see if I can't utilise them. May even see if I can utilise that latch down there. Never know, do you? You never know. Let's have a go. So I'll go and get some tools, see if I get those off. I'm sure you don't want me to be taking rusty nuts and bolts off, so I'll come back to you once I've got those off, and I'll probably do is stick them through the blasting cabinet, tidy them all up, and see then what we need to do on here to make this work on the trailer. I'm not sure whether the big one, the top one, maybe will mount here. I'll make up a little box or something on there for that longer hinge, and the small one I'll make something up at the bottom here somewhere, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe we hinge it this side where we've not got the number plate light. Don't know. Let's see. I think I'd prefer to have it hinged that side. And here. And I'm sure I could make up a little box here somewhere, and I could box that off. I've got some, I'm sure I've got some 3mm plate or 2mm plate knocking about. We can make a little box for that. Right, okay, I'll go and get these off. I'll go and get these hinges off, and I'll bring you back in a bit. See you shortly. Okay, so there's the pair of hinges, all blasted and refurbished, all working nicely, all sprung, and we've got nice little balls in there, you know. Well, nice little bit. So they're gonna go kind of one there, something like that, you see, and onto the tailgate, and the other one down here somehow, and onto the tailgate there. So clearly I'm going to have to make up a little box or something for that to bolt to, because it won't bolt to fresh air, clearly. So yeah, I think a little box down there, and bolt that through the tub. I think that might work nicely, you know. I think it might work nicely. And then I was thinking, because I've got a couple of series tubs knocking about, one that I'm going to rebuild and one that I'm not. And looking on this 90, see, if I use, because I'm using the hinges and stuff, I'm going to turn it into a door. These tubs, I'll show you there, I've actually got a lip. I don't know, I didn't get to that one. I don't know whether that bit of a lip bolts off. Bang my head done. I don't know, see if that lip comes off. Most things come off on Land Rovers. So I'm gonna have a look on the series tubs that I've got. I've got a series tub at home. So I might even be able to make up a little lip for around the edge of it, and then push on the door seal that I showed you earlier, this one here. It's collapsible seal. So that'll close like that. Should be good. Should be good. So I'll go and make up a couple of boxes. That's for this bit of the trailer here. I'm gonna make a couple of them up. You've seen me cutting and welding loads of times, so I'm sure you don't really need to see all that. But what I'll do is I'll maybe stick it on time lapse or something like that. And yeah, hopefully we can get this opening like a proper door, which would be a bit cool actually. Quite like the idea of that. Right, I'll catch up with you soon. Right then, I'm having a bit of a nightmare with batteries at the minute. Not very good with technology, eh? But then you know that, don't you? You know that. So I've made the first of the hinge boxes. Now I thought that I had it all on time warp on this camera, but I'm not sure if I have now because, well, I realised that the battery had ran out and the battery pack that was charging the battery had ran out. So not having a good day there for batteries. But anyway, there's the first one, all fitted. So you can see what I've basically done is just made a box here out of some 2mm steel. Behind these here I have welded some tubes in so that it won't sort of compress it all, give it a bit more strength. And then it is on the back just bolted through. So hopefully we'll be able to hang the tailgate off that and have a nice opening. It should open all the way to there. So now what I'll do is do the same sort of thing, so similar to that, but obviously down here in this space here. So you can see there's some little chalk lines I've got in to start with. I'll probably have to take this off just to get the wire and that out of the way. But I want to leave that where it is because obviously that lights up the number plate. Oh, that's the thing now. Well, that's going to get broken off when I open the door, isn't it? Oh. See what I mean, peeps? See what I mean? I have these weird and wonderful ideas thinking, oh, that'd be a good idea. Didn't really think that bit through, did I? Oh, shit. Well, we'll just have to mount that somewhere else, won't we? We'll have to mount that number plate light on the tailgate then, won't we? I don't know. I don't know. What can I say? And what can I say that will make a difference? Nothing. So we're just going to carry on regardless and see what happens. Keep watching. You never know. It might turn out good. It might turn out a crock of shit and I have to take it all off and start all over again. And that wouldn't be the first time, would it, peeps? That wouldn't be the first time. But let's see. Hey, stick with us. I'm going for a brew now anyway. Brew and a bifter. That's the call now. Brew and a bifter. Good on you. You got that kettle on? Right then. I'm sorry I didn't get more of this tailgate for you. But you know what I'm like with cameras and bloody technology and stuff. But hopefully I've caught some of it. But the batteries keep running out and bloody cards keep on formatting and stuff like that. And I'm here on my own. I can't do shit like that. Well, I suppose I can, but don't want to. Anyway, let's get back to it. So the tailgate. Last time you saw I was making boxes for the hinges and stuff like that, I think. So it's all done. What do you think on that then, peeps? So there's the hinges. I mean, obviously I need to finish these ones off. I don't know whether to box that there and make it look the same or just put a tube and a bolt, really. I don't know. But so far, so... Look at that. I think that's pretty doody yourself. I don't know about you people, but I think that's pretty good. Yeah. So, not bad for a plasterer, eh? Not bad for a plasterer. We'll see how it goes. So I think that's about it for today. Didn't get a lot done really other than the tailgate. Started off this morning wondering how I'm going to waterproof it and ended up this afternoon putting it on hinges. But see, that's how it goes down here to Dragon Restorations, I'm afraid. That's just how it goes. So anyway, at least that's done. We're getting somewhere with it. I'll have to look at the how we're going to waterproof it another time. Well, the other thing I want to do is I want to put... I've sandwiched this latch off the back of that door over there. So, because I'd like to have a latch down the bottom here. Because, as you can see, it's still a bit... moves a bit down there. So I want to put a latch in, I think. The Land Rover one. So, this is the box off the inside of that door. So somehow I'm going to need to use that as a template to cut a hole in here. And then we'll mount it on the inside. So the handle pops out here, yeah? And then I'll put a plate down there. So it looks like how they look like on the back of the... Let me show you. On the 90 door, as you know, and I'm teaching you how to suck eggs here, aren't I? But on the 90 door, it sits like that, doesn't it? So it's inside. You see what I mean? It's like that. So that's the look I'm after, really, on the back of the trailer. So I want to put I might even cut a piece out of this door. See here where I've already had to hack it a bit there. I don't know, I might cut that out and fix that to the Sankey, or I might just use that as a template. I'll probably just use it as a template, to be honest, and make myself a new plate to go on there. But yeah, that's the idea. So it'll have a latch on the back there as well, just to pull it closed. So, what do you think of that then? Hey, what do you think of that then? Leave some comments down there. Tell me what you think. Now the next problem I've got obviously is waterproofing the back of this. Putting some kind of seal in there, all around here. Like I showed you earlier, I think in this video, that I've got some seal over there, some collapsible seal. But I'm not 100% how it goes in or how I'm going to fix it in, really. So if you've got any comments, any ways you can help me out with that, maybe a little diagram or a drawing or something like that, you know, a little video maybe. I'm not sure. But if there's anything that you can think of to help me out with stuff like that, saves me standing here scratching my head for hours on end. Anyway, catch up with you soon. We'll do a bit more, probably, can't be doing more tomorrow because we're out on the tracks tomorrow. But I'll get down and do some more in the week, and we'll make this up for a video that's worth watching, eh? 15, 20 minutes, probably something like that. We'll leave all that down to the what's his name? Connor, what's his name? Right, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right then, peeps. Got wrong glasses on there. Wonder why you were looking a bit weird. Okay, next bit on the on this Sankey. Oh, actually, I better turn that radio off before I get bollocking off Connor, making the fucking footage unusable.